Hello, ladies. I am Bliss. You are in the lane of bliss. Welcome to my channel. I specialize in dating and relationships. So, if you want to level up your dating and relationship life this year, be sure to subscribe so that you can get the relationships that you deserve. Yes, I said relationships, okay? But we'll talk about that later, all right? As you know, Kristy and Desmond Scott have split. Yes. Kristy filed for divorce after Desmond mentioned to her prior that he wanted to separate, okay? And he ended up cheating in the meantime, child. Oh my gosh, right? Okay, well, listen, okay? Ultimately, I feel like this relationship ran its course, okay? These sorts of relationships, when you're together since very young and you marry really young, are very rare and they don't usually last past the 10-year mark, okay? And this one went a little bit past the average length of time. I think I think I think they were married for about 12 years or something like that. There are a few lessons that we can learn from their relationship. Okay. The first thing is familiarity. Okay. In a long term relationship, it's easy for the spark to fizzle out. Okay. But when you add on top of it the fact that they were together since 14, they're the same age, they grew up together. They struggled together. They started businesses together. They became wealthy together. They became a social media couple together. Okay. They were brother and sister. Okay. I'm not going to hold you. All right. They were brother and sister. Okay. Not, not in a weird way. Okay. But there was a lack of passion and a lack of appreciation that is necessary to maintain that attraction. Okay. They were too close in a lot of ways. Okay. In looks, in age, in fame, and finances. Okay. For one person to fully appreciate the other, for what they value in a partner, okay, there has to be a gap. Okay. Now, for a man, he needs to feel like he's dominant. He needs to be the breadwinner. Okay. He needs to feel like his woman is sort of looks up to him. Okay. Now, this isn't some petty thing. Okay. This is how that attraction stays alive for the man and the woman, okay? Honey, Kristy wasn't impressed with Desmond, okay? Because they grew up together and achieved the same goals at the same time, okay? She wasn't looking at him. She wasn't looking at him with the same eyes as, let's say, an average woman would look at him with less than he has, okay? As a man, this is very disappointing, okay? Men set out to achieve success so that they can feel like Superman to their woman, okay? And a lot of women think that this is a bad thing, okay? Mostly women who are in their masculine energy think that this is a bad thing, okay? But this is a beautiful thing, okay? Nature designed men to want to be your provider and protector, okay? So naturally, when their role feels meaningless, they're gonna feel bad, okay? Now, what they do with those bad feelings is important, okay? But that dynamic between a man and a woman accounts for a lot, okay? It accounts for a lot of that passion and attraction on both sides, okay? So, if you're a very successful woman, it's important that you allow your man to feel needed, okay? This isn't some petty thing, okay? It's important, okay? It's important for you, it's important for him, okay? So, allow your man to feel needed, allow for him to provide and protect you, and make sure that you're careful that you don't run over him, okay? Now, Desmond being more in his feminine energy could cause an issue with attraction as well. Okay. Now, men being in their feminine energy in some ways is a great thing. Okay. This is no shade. Okay. Men in their feminine energy can be great communicators, great with their children, very creative and caring. Okay. But when it comes through a lot in their personality, that could cause an issue with attraction for the woman who very much values masculine energy. Okay. Now, men value looks. Okay. First and foremost, all right? And, Kristy is gorgeous, obviously, but so is Desmond, okay? There is no gap, okay? Desmond would probably appreciate a woman of a different race or culture than him more, okay? And Christy's looks would be more appreciated by someone who is less attractive than her, okay? And of a different skin complexion, okay? Age wise, I would say that she probably would be appreciated more by an older man, okay? And, he would appreciate a younger woman more, okay? And it's no shade. It's no shade. All of these things dial up the attraction more, okay? It's not a hard rule, okay? Because it can happen all sorts of ways, okay? But these things are drivers, okay? Drivers of attraction between men and women naturally, okay? Now, with their sort of goofy, playful, prank style content, it gave girl and guy bestie, okay? I can hardly imagine that they had a lot of attraction for each other, okay? I'm sure they loved each other, but the attraction wasn't very high between them. Okay. So be careful with becoming too familiar. Okay. There needs to be space, there needs to be time, and some mystery there. Okay. When you're doing everything together and you've been together so long and you grew up and it's too much. I see a lot of women, they let their men see everything and they know everything and they tell them everything and they're always together and it's too much. Okay. And it may seem fun, and it's not that he doesn't enjoy it or you don't enjoy it, and it's fun, it's fine, it's great, but it will fizzle out your flame, okay? Quickly, all right? Mystery is always better. You can never be too mysterious, okay? Well, well, yes, you can be. You can be too mysterious, but I mean, you know what I mean. Err on the side of mystery. I would rather err on the side of mystery any day, okay? It creates lots of attraction, okay? Ladies, okay? When a man says he's ready to break up, let him go, okay? There is nothing you can do at that point, unfortunately, okay? You don't want to beg or chase or try to hold him against his will. That's lowering your value, okay? And you'll feel so much worse trying to force him to stay. And then you start to notice him not valuing you as much, right? Where he would normally step up, you'll notice him stepping back, okay? That's going to hurt way more, okay? You're just prolonging the inevitable, okay? They were both way too young to be getting married in the first place. I mean, and especially for a man to begin getting married that young, that is a dangerous game. I mean, he had never played the field, he had never dated around, he had never, you know, he was not old enough to know who he was. So, I mean, who knows what he may like or be into. I mean, he didn't know himself so well. at 19. Okay. Now, he's grown up, he's rich, he's successful, he's handsome. He's never dated. Okay. He probably wants to date around. I mean, it's just our nature. Okay. He's not a horrible person because of that. It's our nature. Okay. Women, we like to nest. Men want to date around and chase and play around a little bit, okay, before they decide to settle in, if they decide to at all. So it's just in our nature. So to marry so young was just not a good idea for either one of them. I wish them and their family the absolute best. Okay. Subscribe to my channel, like the video. Let me know something that you learned from Kristy and Desmond Scott's relationship. And we'll chat in the comments. All right. Until next time, ladies.